Hello everyone, welcome to KVS Shiksha. I am Priyanka Dutta, currently working in Kendriya Vidyalaya as a guest teacher. Today I am going to share my interview experience for the post of PRT for the session 2023-24. We'll also discuss what is the importance to appear this interview. ये वीडियो थोड़ा सा लेंदी होगा बट एंड तक ज़रूर देखिए. मेरा पूरा विश्वास कि एंड तक देखने से कुछ खास सीखने को मिलेगा. Dear learner teacher, as we all know, our KVS result is coming soon. If you think your score is safe, you must focus on KVS interview. As a KVS aspirant, I am also preparing for KVS interview. That's why I have given this interview. Now I will share my interview experience in various Kendriya Vidyalayas for this session for the post of PRT. At first, I will tell interview date, then how many candidates were appeared there, then my rank, and finally how many questions are asked and which is the question asked by the interviewer. So first one, KV Adra. Interview was held on 20 March. Almost 120 candidates appeared there. My rank was 5. I got a call from this KV. Then what is the question? Which questions are asked by the interviewers? 3 board members were there. At first they told me to give myself introduction. Then ma'am told me to read a passage. I have just read 3 to 4 lines. Then ma'am told me to write a line on the board. Then I have written that line and hopefully spelling was correct. Then sir told me a very interesting question, that is how food is related to water or how water is interrelated to food. So my answer was food is something that we eat and it also provides us energy to do any work. Water is also a part of food but it do not provide any nutrient. It just help to do any function in our body. And we have to drink lots of water as a part of food. So this was my answer. So that's all in KV Adra. Second KV, that is KV Salboni. Interview was held on 18th March. Almost 100 candidates were appeared there and my rank was 6th. They do not ask me for self-introduction. They asked me at first to correct some Hindi words that is already written on the board by the previous candidate. Then they asked me to write 2 Hindi words, that is graha, griha. Then they asked me to tell the English term of this word. Matlab graha means planet and griha means house. Then they asked me how many planets are there in our solar system. Then I told. Then later they asked me which is the hottest planet, which is the furthest planet, which is the nearest planet. One more interesting thing, when I told Venus is the hottest planet in our solar system, then sir asked me, as Mercury is nearest to the sun, then why Venus is the hottest planet? How is it possible? So actually the answer was Venus is covered by a thick layer of greenhouse gas and that is carbon dioxide. You all know greenhouse gas has the ability to trap and hold the heat of sun. So that's why Venus trap lots of heat in its atmosphere and that's why Venus is the hottest planet. But Mercury, due to the lack of enough atmosphere, Mercury is unable to trap and hold the heat that comes from sun. Okay, so that's why still Mercury is nearest to the sun but Venus is the hottest planet. So this was the answer. Then sir asked me what is the difference between rotation and revolution of the earth. So rotation means you know that is when earth moving in its own axis every 24 hours, that is called rotation, and revolution means when earth revolves around the sun in 365 days. The importance to appear this interview. First point, If you face more and more interview, you can understand what is your strength zone and what is your weak zone. Second point, whenever you will face interview, it demands mental readiness. On the date of interview or before interview, you can understand that you need to be mentally prepared. Third point, as per National Education Policy 2020, a teacher must be a good effective communicator. So, if you have good communication skill, then you can easily prove yourself in your own profession, in your own field. So, and you can also understand that if you face interview, your confidence level is also increasing and your communication skill is also developing. Now, fourth point, you can feel the real life competition, what's going in your surrounding. And the last point, but not the least, it demands a lots of patience and adaptability. I can still remember in KV Adra, my turn was at 4 p.m. when I got a call for interview. बट क्या करना है, इतने सारे कैंडिडेट, पेशेंस तो रखना ही है, अडेप्टेबल तो होना ही है. Just believe my friend, we all are struggling in our own field. Whenever you stop struggling, your growth will be stopped.